And good afternoon. Yes, here we are. We're back again in Train Sim World. And what's this? The third time in a 24-hour period that I've been doing Train Sim World. And the third time in a 24-hour period that I've been doing the West Somerset Railway. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Yeah, this is going to be a weekly thing now to get through all these scenarios. Week 3, I think this is now for YouTube, of trains going out on the channel. Really enjoying this DLC. So without further ado, let's click on West Somerset Railway then and continue. If you're new to my videos, welcome. There's going to be trains on the channel on a fairly regular basis, hopefully going to be weekly now, as well as something from buses and coaches and a bit of flight as well. Captain Chaos just resubscribed. 13 months now, Captain Chaos. Another month of joy. Indeedy do. Thank you very much. Over a year. You are clinically insane. And I think we've proved that already though, haven't we? So yeah, trains, planes, buses, coaches, yeah, trucks popping up from time to time on the channel. Yes, you are clinically insane. So let's go through the scenarios then. We've already done Minehead Shunter Part 1, Minehead Shunter Part 2. So that which meant we did have that train set up, but we're not going to drive that, it doesn't seem. So what I think we'll do for this stream is we'll do these first two. So this video will be these two, and then next time we'll do those two. So preparation work. Take the assigned locomotive from Wilton Diesel Depot and run it light down to Bishop's Lydiard, ready to start services for the day. So this should be a bit of track we haven't seen before now. So let's jump in and do that one. And we take a screenshot of that. There we go, just because. So yeah, we've only seen those 3 stations so far, which I think are Minehead, Dunster and Blue Anchor. That's the only ones we've seen. We haven't been any further down the line than that. And even just shuffling stuff around the yard and coaches backwards and forwards. What took us an hour and a half yesterday just to get some carriages lined up. Or last week if you're watching this on YouTube. Great Western, yeah, disappointed by that. But yeah, I should really go back and do some of the scenarios in that as well. And yeah, maybe work through some of the other DLCs. Okay, welcome to Wellington. Take this Class 47 locomotive light engine down to Bishop's Lydiard for the start of operations. Hello, Liam. Okay, unlock the junction, set the track ready for departure. So we've got to go down here then. I've actually assigned some keys now for brake on my little gaming keypad thing, so that should make life a lot easier. So climb aboard. Footy is back. Let me just try and take a bit of a screenshot of the thing. There we go. Right, let's climb aboard then. Cam door opened, climb up and inside. So it's a Class 47 this time. Oh, it still sounds quite nice. Right, sit ourselves down in the seat. Right, objective complete. I wish this had track IR, I really do. Set the master key to on, which is there on this one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Set the reverser and headlights. Headlight switch on. Reverser into forward. Okay, set the brakes release. Nice, it's the 2 keys I've actually just... Now, I see what I did there. I've mapped the key to release the brake, the same as the key to get in and out of the seat. So, if you bear with me a second, I shall just reassign that a second. On my brake release, new key is going to be R. Automatic brake Increase new keys P. Sound normal, exactly. Right, so they're now R and P. Why can't I set it to release? Neutral. Release the other way, okay. And increase the throttle. I can do that from the controls, hopefully. And we're moving. Why is it still saying 9 yards though? Afternoon, Sam. Okay, objective complete. Okay. Go via Wilton Down platform, which is 300 yards away. Careful not to speed. It looks like we're in a 5 mile an hour zone. I do like that class 47. How do I get rid of the HUD? I know. Definitely a bit slow doing this thing at 5 miles an hour. Well, we've got 10 miles an hour coming up now though. So yeah, I could be back this evening, possibly, or even maybe this afternoon, depending on how this goes, doing some flight. What could possibly go wrong with that? Haven't done any flying in a while. Really feel the urge to get back in an aeroplane. Oh, a little bit of smoke coming out there. I was actually looking at the other DLCs. 1999 for the Japan, is it? DLC? Sorely tempted. Might see how these go over the next few weeks. And could possibly run through all the DLCs. Objective complete. Right, 5.6 miles then. Go via Crowcombe Heathfield Loop platform. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on how long these take, Sam. It could be that I'll just do these two scenarios, stop the stream, because I've got nothing to do really till about 4:30 this afternoon. And then I might jump into some flight. So we've got 10 mile an hour speed limit still, but we've got to go 5.5 miles. Shame we're not pulling anything though. Oh, it does sound nice. It's just that little rumble. I could just do that all day. Right, 25 mile an hour. I hope that's not the only speed I can do on this thing. I want to be doing like 60s and 70s. Or is it only like a 25 mile an hour track? I hope not. Doesn't this thing look absolutely stunning? Speed it up a little tiny bit. I haven't really paid that much attention to the engines on the Great Western DLC. I think that the scenery of this makes all the difference as well though. Right, we passed that speed limit change yet? It's just here I think, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so 25. Does sound nice. Yeah, I want to do some proper speeds in these things. I don't want to be chugging along at 25. But at least on a bit of track now we haven't seen before. We were pretty much quarantined to those 3 stations on the previous couple of videos and streams. But at least now we're out in the countryside a bit more, but not pulling anything. So we will have to make sure we pull some carriages. We haven't had a single passenger get on yet either. So it gives us a chance. They got a different number at the front and the back. No, it's a different number to what we spotted on it last time. I'm sure it was an 08 something in the one last time. Go back off the throttle. Well, there's an uphill gradient. Make sure we don't speed. I do hope this isn't just 25 miles an hour. This whole line. It will be somewhat disappointing if that's the case. Do a little bit of beans occasionally. But yeah, the scenery looks really good, and as I said, the modelling of the train does look fantastic. Okay, 1.2% gradient, so give it a bit more juice. .7 miles to our go via. Obviously that's not our final destination. Back off the throttle a little tiny bit. At least I can do this now for my gaming keypad. I haven't got to lean forward anymore behind the steering wheel. Yeah, doesn't that look nice? But it's not even using probably a third of the potential of this engine. Chugging along at this speed. Yeah, so far I'm really impressed with West Somerset. We've done the first 2 shunting scenarios. This one's just setting up, so I think it's just half an hour of chugging down to another location, and then next scenario we'll do will hopefully be finally taking some passengers. So then that's going to work, because obviously this thing, I suppose, has got an air connection to the carriages, but they're not electronic locks, are they, on the doors? So will I have control of being able to lock and unlock the doors? I don't think so. We'll see when we come to it. Through the bridge. That's actually better than Train Sim. In Train Sim you'd actually just go through the bridge. That actually chucks you over it. Actually the fans aren't spinning on top there. But yeah, doesn't it look nice? The whole thing's modelled so well. Which does explain, I suppose, in part why they are such an expensive DLC. But so far we've had, what, 3 hours of gameplay out of this. That's just running through the scenarios. This is supposed to take 30 minutes. Well, last night the one I streamed that was supposed to take 45 minutes. So that's the one in the last video if you're watching this on YouTube. Took me an hour and a half. So does that mean that this 30-minute one is actually going to take an hour? If that's the case, then the 75-minute one we've got to do after this is going to be like 3. Then it won't be any flight this afternoon, but could be flight this evening. So I'm thinking it must just be a 25-mile-an-hour line, which is great if you're a passenger, you know, looking at the scenery and stuff out of the train. I think of all the Train Sim World DLCs, this looks the most value for money. Yes, so far. I like the 2 locos, or 2 trains. You know, the little shunter's brilliant. I do like this Class 47. And yeah, scenery-wise, again, I've only seen the Great Western Railway one, and was disappointed by that, because it didn't go as far as, well, only as far as Reading. But I'm interested in trying to find, trying to try one of the other ones. 25 mile an hour is the speed limit on preserved lines, so it's only a 25 mile an hour line. Okay. Thank you for that. I wonder why that is. Whether because they haven't got the maintenance infrastructure to maintain track and points and stuff for higher speeds. Does seem a bit slow. I don't know why it held that message back of yours, Sam. But yeah, New York City one is okay and rapid transit, but looks streets ahead of both. Yeah, I like it purely because of the way it does actually look. Yeah, and I can't mod my own chat at the moment. I can't get out of this. See, I would have allowed that. So we've got 2.8 miles to go. Do recommend, if you're on Twitter, by the way, following me. I don't tweet as much anymore as I used to. I'm hoping to return to doing that. You might get the odd I Hate Mondays tweet on a Monday morning. But by tweeting, following me on Twitter as well, you'll get a tweet every time a video goes out. It might have been the caps, actually. So what station is this then? Can't see because the flipping trees are in the way. Nope. Couldn't get it. That was the station. It's actually really relaxing. But it's poor engine. It is just ticking over. A little bit more so when it's got a load on, I suppose, when we're pulling a full run of carriages. Which hopefully we'll do after this journey. It's a shame that that shunter one wasn't the first scenario, because that's when it forces you into when you start the game up. Because it'd been nice then to shunt those carriages in, the next scenario being pull them carriages. But this is the first scenario that it doesn't put you into first. It's quite strange. I've got a stationary camera I found. Right, 1.9 miles to go. It's all uphill-ish. 1% gradient on the way there, which means if we have to come back this thing, it's going to be on the brakes all the way down. And I'm going to get done for speeding a lot. Does look nice though. Yeah, I actually want to work through all the scenarios, which I don't think I've ever done on any of these sort of train sim games. And put it out as a complete thing on YouTube as well. It just does seem ridiculously slow for how nice the track is. I wouldn't want it to do like 60 or 70 down here, but 40 or 50 maybe. Quite nice. Or level crossing coming up. Or a shed just appears. And no cars. I think they focused all the efforts on the graphics of the game and not really on the well, they have on the scenery, but like I've never seen a car on the road. There was level crossings we went over. There hasn't been one. Right, we get where's our end point? Oh, around there. Okay, 1.3 miles away. And we are just idling along. Doing a rip-snorting 23 miles an hour. I haven't been done for speeding yet, which is highly unusual. But I do generally get the throttle the wrong way round. When I want to brake, I accelerate. Don't think I need to rush braking when we come to it. Another level crossing. At least that light wasn't green. There wouldn't be a lot I could do about it, having spotted it that late. And it's not gated, it seems. Right. Just over half a mile. We've still got a slight 1% uphill gradient. Another level crossing. Well, I imagine there are quite a lot of lanes. Haven't we spent much time travelling around Minehead? End is probably going to be in sight around here somewhere. In cam view, actually looks quite fast. Ish. Okay, 500 yards. No, see, I got the wrong way. Back off the throttle. Then be prepared to stop down here. Objective complete. Stop location just before Bishop's Lydiard. 3.5 miles down that way now. Okay. That was a go via when I didn't actually need to stop at that, did I? No one told me. So another 3.5 miles. This isn't going to be a half an hour scenario. We've actually got a downhill gradient going on now. And a 25 miles an hour limit still, obviously. I think it's going to be a case of just going on and off the brakes. Just so I don't speed. So at least it does get us to see a bit more of the track, a bit more of the route. Hopefully in the next scenario we end up doing the whole thing. It's still a 1.2% downhill grade. Or 1 miles an hour over then. We're constantly just riding the brake on and off. Just try and keep between 23 and 25 miles an hour. Which is more realistic, I suppose, than having just a flat track. Alright, we've got a yellow up ahead in 2.3 miles. You see the air pressure gauges as the air builds up and drops off down there on the right hand side. That's quite cool. Right, 1% gradient now. We've got 2.3 miles to go. Definitely a nice relaxing way to spend a Sunday afternoon as I'm recording this, streaming this. It's just not, the throttle's just off. So this thing is literally just ticking over. .3 gradient now, so getting slightly steeper. I just want to pull some carriages. I want to pull some passengers. We've had no one yet get on the train. Just running an engine. We've only got 1.9 miles to go though. Is there a nicer sound? Sound of the countryside with a diesel chugging away. I like that. Right, still 1.3%, 1.2% now. Gradient going downhill. Really tough just to keep control of speed. Petey boy, good afternoon. Welcome to a nice relaxing Sunday afternoon Train Sim World chill out. Chugging along the West Somerset Railway. Oh god, speeding.
Oh, yeah.
And Pete Boy, thanks very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Be back doing this again next weekend. And possibly back later this evening with some flight. That's to be confirmed. The stream and the flight. Depends on how late I'm streaming. Right, 0.7 mile, we got a yellow light. 1.2 miles, 1.1 miles now. Gradient's getting less, 0.3% gradient. So although it will still accelerate, it shouldn't accelerate as quickly. Alright, 1 mile to go. Let's put a bit of brake back on again. I remember the first time we streamed this, doing the CSX heavy haul, trying to get a loaded cargo train up that hill was frustrating, but awesomely addictive. Just the control that you had over the train, having to go outside to start the thing. That was epic. A little bit of detail on this. I've actually been looking at, after last night's comments in the stream, the pro stuff for Train Sim, and it got me on a DMU. So I might be bringing you some pro stuff in Train Sim as well. A bit more brake on. So literally since we left that last, well, stopped, I haven't touched the throttle at all. The throttle's been off. It's been downhill all the way. So we are going to have to stop down here. $600 yards to go. So I'll stop. Now should be this scenario, I think. Didn't mention doing anything else. Just got to bring this engine down here. Yeah, I do love the level of detail in this thing. It's just so nice. Right. I had visions for a second then of me actually not being able to stop. And running the red. Phew. Objective complete. Contact the signal box. Request permission to proceed. Okay. How... Couple to formation. I've got to contact the signal box first, so request permission to proceed. How do I do that? I've got a phone. Stop. Close. Climb down and manually couple to the coaches. Yeah, but I've got to request permission. Tab. Is it? Proceed at restricted speed. Okay, thanks, Nos. So at 10 miles an hour, it's going to be a downhill gradient. It's going to take me the right... Yes, it is. Slowly does it. I'm guessing this will be the end of the scenario. Oh, there's people waiting. Oh, this isn't going to be embarrassing at all, is it, when I'm crashing into the back of those carriages? Okay, slowly does it. Right, so now got to get out the seat. And manually couple these things, which is somewhere. Here. I'm thinking I've got too close. I've probably got to back up a little tiny bit. It said stop close. So, reverser in reverse. Break off. Okay, is that actually going to make a difference? We've got to do it from the platform side. Let's try on the platform side. No, I think I'm parked too close again. Okay, let's Oop, get out of the thing. Stop, close, climb down and manually couple the coaches. Aha, there we go. Objective complete. Set reverse to off, switch headlights to off. Okay, so sit back down. Reverser to... No. Reverser to off. And switch headlights off. Set the master key to off. Objective complete again. Climb down to train to complete this duty. I gotta go up there. How cool is that? I don't know why I'd finished my day up on the road, but objective complete. There we go. And I'm level 12 now. Awesome. Right. Next scenario. I like the idea of that. And that's the one we've got here. So we've done... Oh, okay. Land cruise. First get the train ready, then commence boarding and prepare for the final run of the day. Okay, we can do that. Shut the door, obviously. Okay, set the master key to on. Set the reverser and the headlights. Okay, set the brakes to initial application. Okay, unlock doors. Where? Is there an unlock doors button? Horn, wipers, AWS, well, for engine, horn, emergency plunger. Is there a... How... So you got DSD, but there was DSD on. But then wiper. Apartment lights, desk lights, seat coat box, tail lights. There isn't. It hasn't shown me a... I want to go in there. An unlock doors. Engine wheel slip full. Engine start, engine stop. There isn't anything else here that lets me unlock the doors. Where the hell is it? I know there'd be an air connection to the carriages. Okay. Is this something I can map a button to then? Braking, engine start up. Horn. Telegraph, reverser, sand. Throttle on couple, walkway, crossover, wipers. There isn't a... Okay, it was not a button thing. Turntable, camera. Brakes, wait for service. Service schedule start at 17:13. No passengers. Unlock doors. Well, I'm 3 minutes late. I can't see any other... Let's do it manually. We'll get out. I've actually got to get out and open a door. First thing I've got to close it again. Yeah, well done, Blinky. I wouldn't have thought of doing that. So every station I've got to get out and open one door. So imagine in reality I'll have to go down and open all of them. But they're just going to all get on through this one. There he goes. Oh, that's pretty cool. He's actually getting on the train through the door. Don't know where they're all coming from. Tab. It's tab again, is it? Well, I'll try that at the next platform then. Lock doors. Let's go back into the seat then and tab. Okay, unlock right. Objective complete. Okay. Release the brakes and apply power to get moving. Okay. Stop at Dunster 1722. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But we're moving. We have a train of people. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of tab. Thanks, Noz. Moving very slowly, but we are moving. Right, 1.5 miles to Dunster. Desperately trying not to speed. We are going to be late, obviously, because I took so long there working out about the doors. There's no way we're going to arrive on time, which means I'm going to lose points for that. So I wonder if this is now is going to be the whole run that we'll do. Well, if this is a heritage line, then there'd be no other trains on the track, so I should never get a red. Okay, holding 10 miles an hour right until the last carriage crosses. Then that'll go up to 25 miles an hour. There we go. Oh, smoking like a good one. Look at that. There's no way we're going to arrive there in a minute. We've got a mile to do. It's definitely heavy compared to what it was. We've got 5 mile an hour coming up. Then our station coming up. So we can get it down to 5 miles an hour before we get there. Which again seems ridiculously slow. So it should almost be stopped now. Yeah, and once again I've slowed down way too early. The speed limit change 100 miles. Yeah, well, I was. Yeah, well, okay. Which is why I ended up ridiculously late for this whole thing. I'm already a minute late, and we're still like a mile away from the. I only just wanted to see what full throttle sounded like. It's a very relaxed scenario, a very relaxed DLC. And you've got to be prepared with this one to never be in a hurry for anything, because it's a 25 mile an hour speed limit on the whole track, and a lot of the time we've just been plodding along at like 5s and 10s. But it looks good, so that's a bonus, really. We're now 2 minutes late for our first stop, because I'm being overcautious on the slowing down. That's slightly dangerous, even them logs on the end there, or sleepers rather. well, better get ready. Got 300 yards. I'm doing 9.3 miles an hour. Passengers inside are thinking, why are we going so slowly? I'm still going to have to brake before we get to the speed limit. Oh, 5.6. That's going to be going uphill now. Technically, I'm going to have to accelerate now. To maintain 5 miles an hour. Well, there's no chance of me overshooting the platform when I come into it, hopefully. Right, we're now 4 minutes late for our first stop, and we haven't even got there. And this scenario is supposed to take, what, 75 minutes? Must be that the level crossing is broken or something, which is why it wants me to do 5. It's the excuse I'm sticking with anyway. But yeah, you get to see the Class 47 in all its glory. It'll take 3 hours at this rate. Well, 5 miles an hour it will. I'm actually speeding. Yeah, I haven't got a key map for the whistle. I was going so fast past it. I've got a key, it's a space bar. I've got to be prepared to stop now. Watch out, people, this is going to be a difficult one. Hold on, passengers, it's going to be an abrupt stop. Six minutes late at the first stop. Unlock right. Loading of the passengers begins. Oh, they're all getting in and out now. That's pretty cool. You don't get that with train sim. You don't actually get on and off the doors. That is pretty cool. Even on tick over, this thing sounds epic, doesn't it? Okay, prepare to lock the doors. Objective complete. stop at Blue Anchor at 17:30. It's now 17:30. Okay, 10-mile-an-hour bit coming up. And just for you, Larwood. There you go. So 1.7 miles to go for the next stop, where I'm going to be there very late. Come on, I need that 25-mile-an-hour bit. It's almost like a pro. Well, you know. Is that a door open back there? No, the door's open. It's just like you can just see it's just being held back. Think of the 95 miles an hour and it spends its retirement life chugging about at 25. Right. Speaking of 25s, let's get up to it. Don't think of these things actually pulling passenger carriages. I do remember once as a kid going in these sort of carriages being pulled by a loco. Obviously Blinky and Chaos from the group were around when Steam was still a thing, so... Put the brakes on so we don't speed. Yeah, we were supposed to be there at 17:30. It's now 17:33. It's not going to happen. We've still got 1.1 miles to go. At least it's downhill. We're saving fuel. Blinky was around when the wheel was invented. This is really relaxing as a game, apart from having to stick to the speed limit, and I'm just so impressed with how it looks. The Parma beef, yeah, I've had some negative comments on the Xbox One version of it. A lot of frame rate issues. Oh yeah, I forgot the throttle was on. It's lowered. Yeah, Liam from the group has got it for the Xbox One. Said it's very frame ratey, just not as smooth as it is on the PC. But obviously, this will only be smooth on the PC if you've got a decent enough PC to run it. So if you haven't, then yeah, the Xbox experience, I suppose, is the only way to go. I want to end up with it on the Xbox or the PS4 just to be able to give it some comparison. I'm surprised it allowed that, actually, Mike. Yeah, it's not been honed. I don't know if it's any different for the PS4. Is the PS4 handling it differently? Don't fly in tide, Mike. Mike? Sam? Yeah, is it just an Xbox thing? Or is it a console thing? Oh. A bit late. Yeah, I can't see the truck ones coming to console. But you can run ETS2 on a pretty low-end PC. We've got Liam from the group who plays it on a laptop. And Szymanski does as well. So we were due in at 17:30. Yeah, it's not easy said and done for most people that are Larwood, is it? You know, to play stuff well, you need to spend well over $1,000 on a decent gaming rig. And not everyone's got that money. Mine was, what, £1,600? And I just bought that because that's the most I could afford at the time. I read some of the all versions of the same build. Unlock doors. Left this time. There we go. So we arrived, what, 8 minutes late for that. That sounds nice with the birds twittering away. Yeah, you don't need a huge rig to run ETS2. Obviously, the more you can spend, the better. Yeah, I've heard some good reviews about PC Specialists. Lock doors, lock left. Half the doors are still open. Yeah, half the doors are still open back there. That shouldn't be a thing, surely. Yeah, I'm sorry, people. Any passengers that fall out. So Washford, 1738. It's now 1740. That's 1.9 miles down the track as well. Yeah, no problems to cheer for that. Well, Larwood's in Perth, and he'll be here for at least another probably 6 or 7 hours yet. It is really, really relaxing. Larwood doesn't sleep. Now it's Blinky that doesn't sleep. Larwood does sleep. His time zones are all mucked up. He's on UK time.
Oh, yeah.
The Palmer Beef, thanks very much for the follow. At least you'll find out when I'm on next, which could be this evening. If not, it will be next Friday. Yeah, cheers Blinky. If we don't catch you later, catch you in the week for some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. No, Larwood does sleep, Blinky doesn't sleep. Alright, 25 mile an hour, we were maxed out. We got 1.3 miles to go. We're due in at 1738. It's 1742. We're doing well. Does sound really good though. And looks awesome as well. Oh, I'm slowing down. Yeah, I really do need new headphones. %throttle. It sounds nice. Almost got a bit of turbo whistle in there. Yeah, Blinky just lies in bed. Well, his age, he just catnaps throughout the course of the day, doesn't he? Come on. Have I got a brake on or something? No, okay. There's a 1.5% gradient, I suppose. Oh, that just sounds epic. Oh, look at that. That just... Right, so we've got half a mile for our stop. We currently running 7 minutes late. Sam, can you not post porn in Discord, please? Yeah, it wasn't real porn, by the way, those of you watching my Discord channel, which someone can link a quick link to, it'd be awesome. Sam's just posted a picture of a plane coming out of Innsbruck in EasyJet livery, and it looks really, really nice. Right, 600 yards. So we'll come off the throttle. Which I might regret because it's going uphill. (2,580 horsepower). What's 2,580 horsepower? Right, here we come to Washford. What, in the class 47? That's some horsepower. Okay, unlock doors right this time. Yeah, I think Sam's plane has got more power. Right, I'm going to check this time to see if these rear doors actually do shut. Or you listen to the sound. Apart from that very rear door, they might have to jump slightly if you want to get out of there. Even just sound, the ambient sounds are really nice in this game. Right, get ready to lock those doors. See, now those ones at that end haven't shut. There you go, if you are new. Click on the Discord link that Chaos has posted there. Join the awesome Discord server that we have. Oh, that is shut. Right, so we're due at Watch It at 17:47. It's 17:49. Oh, look at that smoke. And it's 2.1 miles away this time. So we're definitely going to be very late by the time we get to the end. I reckon 15 minutes or so. I've got more power. Really? Surely a jet's got more than 2,000 horsepower? I'm fired. Why am I fired? What, for speeding? Did I tweet that I was live? It's probably a bit late now, isn't it? Oh, speeding again. It's downhill, I'm not used to that. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. We get this thing down to 10. That was only just who managed to get that down. To 10 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm always late, Noz. It's got a mile to do. Oh, that says 25 there now. Definitely a bit of a balancing act going downhill. Does look nice though. I don't know if I can get rid of the HUD. Is there a key to get rid of the stuff off the screen? So I want to take a screenshot. Oh, okay. Brilliant, Sam. I will check that out. Yeah, does it work like the ATC does in flight sim, as I said yesterday? I want to be able to set where I want to fly from and to, and it then tells me which way to head, what altitude to climb and descend to, and then who to contact on the radio. That's really what I want. Right, we've got a 20 coming up round here now. It's all speed limit changes, isn't it? Unless I still really getting used to the fact that it's a slow track speed, but it would be nice just to jump in something and go a bit quick. This poor engine just lives most of its life just ticking over. Right, 200 yards, and we're at the 20 limit. So we were due in at watch it at 1747. It's now 1754. Yeah, you can take 2 ICOs for the airfields and then set your altitude. Take you from there. You can even upload your FM MCCD files to a real route for a free plug. It's actually not bad at all. Oh, okay. We'll have to check that out then. Yeah, I'll see. Depends on how long I'm streaming this afternoon. If I do come back and do another one tonight, I might jump in and do some flight tonight. But if I'm still here at sort of 4:30ish, sort of 5 o'clock-ish this afternoon, then I won't come back tonight. Right, so we've got 10 miles an hour coming up in 700 yards. Just before our station. We're going to end up arriving about 10 minutes late. Come on in, slow me down. Okay, yeah, you might regret saying that, Sam. Well, that appeared out of nowhere, didn't it? Come around the corner from the bridge and there's a flipping station in front of you. Oh, whistle. Scare the Jesus out of all the passengers on the platform. So 10 minutes late. Yes, the emergency brake did go on for a second then. Right, I don't know the drink while that's... I do like the fact they actually get on the train. That's really cool. That's a lot of doors. This thing just sounds really, really good. How do you get rid of the... Aha, F1. Right, okay, so I want to take a screenshot for the YouTube thumbnail. Right, get rid of the tab. Off with the brakes. For vacuum pressure to build up. Come on. Okay, what's happened? Okay, so due at Doniford at 17:51. That was 8 minutes ago, and it's 0.8 miles away. That's not bad then. That sounds really good. The way it's just creaking away coming out of the thing. There we go. Thumbnail right there. You're a mid-flight service. You got to serve the teas and coffees, have you? Right, 0.7 miles to go. So our next stop, I guess we're doing a whole route. So we should end up in Minehead at the end then. doesn't mean to not changing the wheel alignment. What, in the air? Well, the wheels aren't doing anything. Wouldn't want to change the oil mid-flight. Yeah, I'm flying them in 2 weeks' time, so who knows what to expect. I really should stream more. I used to do a midweek stream. I think I might have to start just jumping on some evenings. Get games like this where I can just jump in for an hour or so. Just so relaxing. Been really nice. Yesterday I did, what, 3 separate streams, 1 in the afternoon and 2 in the evening. Today so far is this one, but what I will do is if we ever get to the end of this, I will end the stream, but then may come back and do another cheeky hour. And then, yeah, it depends, I might come back this evening for an hour or so. Maybe do a bit of flight if I can get track IR working with X-Plane. I really want to fly my little twin otter somewhere. This looks really nice, doesn't it? Actually, no, that's a better thumbnail. Right there. Right, so we were due in at 17:51. It's 18:03. Very late. Yeah, I think flying would be quite a good thing to do for a stream. Unlock. I haven't got the brake eye on. Yeah, unlock the doors and the train's still moving. That's not really good, is it? So it definitely didn't fit on the platform. Yet it's opened all the doors. It's like, yeah, we might have to jump from here. If I'd have pulled... See, it's getting me to stop right there. I should have really stopped the engine or the loco over the end of the platform, I would have thought. But yeah, look at that for a view. That's so nice. Doniford Halt. Does it actually look like this? I might have to go on Google Maps. Right, get tab ready. Lock doors. Release brakes. Doesn't that look absolutely stunning? Graphics wise, this thing is epic. And is this actually a real loco? Class 47 North Star. Anyone's got Google open, give it a Google. I'm guessing it is based on an actual logo. Logo? Loco. We've only got 0.8 miles to go to our next station. Give it the beans. Give it a good clear out. Got 10 mile an hour coming up. Downhill gradient as well, so gone from going uphill to downhill, so got to get ready on the brakes. Well, at this rate we'll be down by the 10 miles an hour. By the time we actually get there. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Never give up. Alright, 300 yards. And we're currently 12 minutes late. So let's finish. We're about 20 minutes late, I think, by the time we actually get to the end of this. It's stuck in my head, Chaos. As Thomas pulls slowly into the station. We've even got the light. It's getting darker now, look, so you've got the light on the track. Alright, 7.2 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm going to whack my rudder pedals under the desk later, I think. And unload we go. A little bit of a jump from that very last car to get down onto the thing, but I was pretty much stopped where I should have been. We are very late. But I'm really, really enjoying this DLC. We will, after we finish this scenario, end this stream, which I'm hoping will be in about 20 minutes time. I might give it a 5-minute break and then come back and possibly do another one, just so I can split them up for YouTube. Hashtag slightly cheesy. Oh, he's actually a... Oh, you should now... Can you link that in Discord for me, Larwood, please? Because otherwise it's going to be gone as soon as the stream's over. Because I can see me spending a lot of time looking at that website. Now you've made me speed. We've got 5.5 miles actually to go for our next one. Where we were due at 18:15, so 3 minutes. Can't see that happening. Actually, is that a better... No, 9.8. I'm sure I passed the 25 mile an hour thing back there. Yes, I did. Come on then. Full throttle. Thank you, Larwood. I love a good turbo whistle. Right, 5.3 miles to go. Sam's flying and drinking, everybody. Again, reason to join the Discord server. Sam just posted a picture in Discord. Right, we are going to be very late by the time we get to this end one. Which, actually, no, it isn't the M1, is it? Because I think we've got to go all the way to Minehead yet. The only way to fly with a Bud Light. Fair play. Yeah, I'm alcohol free today. Won't be drinking again for 2 and a bit weeks. At the airport, 2 weeks Monday is going to be my next drink. I'm just so blown away by how awesome this game looks. Especially now the light's fading as well. Does look really, really nice. So going uphill, we've got to get the right throttle balance now. As long as the gradient doesn't change. I've actually been inside for a while. Still there. It's just nicer running outside. absolutely. You got to keep, in this heat as well, you got to keep hydrated. Currently 88 degrees in my PC room. So 4.1 miles. Well, we are going to be slightly late. But it's worth it just to see this. Look at that. It's epic scenery in this thing. Yeah, remember when you're gaming, keep hydrated, whether it's alcohol or not. I'm guessing you just unpacked your rudder pedals and stuff. Are they a bit dusty, Chaos? I hope you've dusted them. So yeah, we were due in at Crocombe Heath at 18:15. It's now 18:17, and we've still got 3.6 miles to go uphill. Hey, I've got OCD, just not when it comes to dust. This room, it's impossible to dust it without taking everything out, and I'm not doing that. Well, not to possibly bank holiday weekend. That could be a thing that might be happening. I really must sort the wires out in here, and that could be a good chance to do it. I've got 11 days off work. I'm away for 5 of them. So far. Could be 3 of them. A bit more throttle. This wouldn't be half as much fun if this was electric. I think one of the other DLCs is electric. Don't know if I'll be a fan of that. I've got a duster in this room. It's been sat there behind me on a shelf for a while. Yeah, I want to do some proper cable management in here. And move my whole setup to the left, so I'm actually sat in the middle of the room rather than being cramped in at one end, as I am at the moment. But that means taking everything off, unplugging every single wire, with the hope that when it goes back together again, it all works. It's taken me ages to get the audio right, so it probably won't happen. Maybe Christmas. So why aren't we stopping at this station then? Why are we going all the way through to Crocombe Heathfield? There's people sat here waiting for a train. This is the Heritage Line. Surely that you'd be like thinking, sorry, we're not stopping for you. You're not important enough. They're like, well, wait. Yeah, I've seen pictures of your hatch to your loft conversion. My loft's not tall enough to convert, but I've got the box bedroom as my man cave. This is so relaxing. I like that. In fact, I could do that again, but turn that rubbish off. There we go. No idea if I'm speeding or not now. No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, it does look absolutely stunning, doesn't it? It's a shame they didn't stick with Flight Sim World. I think there's more competition out there for flight than there was for trains. And they're certainly, if they do get it right, if we get some proper routes that aren't too expensive and get some different locos, then I think it will be good. Once you get used to the controls. But yeah, looks wise, this is stunning. You're not contemplating coming along to a Flight Sim show then, Sam? In October, you're into your flight up at or down at RAF Cosford. Went last year for the first time, going again this year. Myself, Chaos, Ed, and Fozzie so far. Yeah, I do really like Flight Sim World. I liked it as just a be able to jump in and fly sort of thing. But yeah, I really got to spend some time in X-Plane. Oh, she's got a turbo whistle going on again now. We are very late. Ah, okay. We'll have to try and drag you along to one of the next ones then, Sam. I think that'll be the last one for this year. But the race day we did before was really good. Possibly go back to Insomnia next year. And yeah, where I'm off to in a couple of weeks' time is with people I've met online. Right, a mile to go. These things just sound so nice. Yeah, we'll probably do Insomnia at Easter again next year. Did we stay overnight this year? Can't remember. Oh no, we went down to Wales after Insomnia, that's right. half a mile to go. We are definitely 11 minutes late now, so far. Definitely uphill, 1% gradient. Smoking like a trooper. I'm really, really, really liking this DLC. So we will complete this scenario, then I'll end the stream. Szymanski! And then, yeah, I might come back and do another one. I'll give it a 5-minute break and come back again. I don't know how much longer we've got to go this scenario. Right. Station is ahead. No, don't accelerate, you idiot. Slightly speeding. So 12 minutes late. It's a heritage line, they're not going to care, are they? Is this one of the rare train streams? Well, this is my third train stream in the last 24 hours. That's not bad parking. Unlock left. Did all the train fit on the thing? Yes, it did as well. Like I said, rare. Oh, I see. Austrian sarcasm. Yeah, there could be another one after this. I'm really enjoying this. Just sat listening. I could just sit listening to a Class 47 or any old diesel just ticking over. Alright, get ready to lock left. Glad I remapped the keys. Does make it a lot easier. Right, stop at Bishop's Lydiard, 3.7 miles, and we're due there 2 minutes ago. Right, so back to 25 miles an hour coming up then. If you have just joined, welcome. This is the West Somerset Railway DLC for Train Sim World. Fourth scenario I've done now, and absolutely loving it. It looks stunning. It is brilliant. Yeah, some of the doors are open down the back. That's a bit of a glitch. I'm slightly speeding. So we've got a 1.2% gradient going down now. So it's going to have to run the brakes. There you go, they're closed now. I've looked at them, they're shut. Oh, right, speeding. So we've got 3.1 miles to go. It's actually quite a lengthy bit of track because we're doing it at a slow speed, I suppose. Have you tried my controller thing I told you? What controller thing? Oh, speeding again. Come on, get down at 25. You can do it. There we go. Shame not going quick enough to just leave the brakes on. So what time of year this is actually set? Because it does look really, really nice as the sun's going down. I'm actually thinking as well that we've probably got one more stop after this one. Oh, using a thrust lever for train sim. No, I haven't actually tried that. I could do because it's right here. I could actually use the thrust levers that are on my right hand. I'll be using them later on if I do some flying. Right, we've got 10 mile an hour coming up in 2.2 miles, but I'm not worried about that just now. That'd be quite good for DMUs and stuff, or emus, where you've got the throttles and brakes all in one. I quite like the idea of that. Oh, I wonder if I can map any other buttons on my Warthog throttle body to work in this then. I don't think you can remap keys that easy in Train Sim. Also, you can in this. It didn't recognise my button box though, unless I got it set up as a controller. No, there isn't a reverse gear. Chaos. You need to get pushback. Which I think you can do, but it will push you back. Again, with DLCs and stuff, you can actually get little tugs that will come out and push you back. Yeah, I might have to do some flight tonight. I might come back on for an hour tonight. Just for the lols. Let you guys see the frustration I go through with Track IR. How far have we got to go? 1.2 miles to go. Where we were due in at 1827, it's 1835. It needs new brake shoes on this thing. Got a 10 mile an hour first. Doesn't this look good though, coming out of that cutting? Oh, look at that. Flipping awesome. Ooh. I've really got used to the pace of this game now. I think I'd struggle if I jumped into one of those Japanese things where you're doing 4 billion miles an hour. That'd be really difficult. Oh, whistle. It's back there somewhere. Are you saving up money for the Fuerteventura game, are you? Yeah, from what, I've got 5 hours into this DLC so far and loving it. Haven't found the negative yet. And that's just going through the scenarios. But wasn't there a 10 mile an hour down here somewhere? I'm guessing it's behind that yellow. It doesn't like your post, does it, Sam? I had done now, but it's bloody October, so it's burning a hole in my Steam wallet. Yeah, I've got money in my Steam wallet. Sorry. I was looking forward to Fuerteventura. I'll have to contact TML. Right, that's going to be a 10 behind there, and we've got a yellow as well. Yeah, the bot hates everybody. Oh, we've got a red light up here. Does that mean this is the last stop? If it is the last stop, then I will end the stream. But I'll give it 5 minutes and I'll come back. Just so I can split it for YouTube. Oh, it doesn't look nice as the sun's going down. I thought it might have gone all the way to Minehead. Oh, there's a little shunter over there, look. And brake. I'm not going to risk running that red light. They're down the other end. Can they get on? Oop. Yes, loads of room. Here's a little diesel shunter. That's what we were driving yesterday. Is this going to be end of line? Because we've got a red light. It was supposed to be a 75-minute scenario, and it's been an hour and a half. We'll see what happens. Objective complete. It's some X's there. It's okay. Due at 17:22, arrived 28. Due at 30, arrived 38. Due at 38, arrived 47. Due at 47, arrived 57. Due at 51, arrived 03. Due at 56, arrived 09. Due at 15, arrived 28. Due at 27, arrived 4. 13 minutes late. That's not bad. So let's go back to the main menu and have a look at the scenarios. So we've done preparation work. We've got to the beach to go and finishing up to go. I don't think I've got time to come back and do to the beach. So we might leave that one, but I might come back and do finishing up. Let's do that, shall we? Right, so I'm going to end this stream slash YouTube video there. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this live, give me 2 minutes. I will end the stream and I'll refire back up again so that it recognises another stream. And then we'll do the finishing up. So we'll do another hour or so. So thanks for watching. I will be back very, very soon.